Hi, thanks for having me. I'm Taawe. I am of Dene and Yoeme descent, and I'm a traditional bowmaker, outdoorsman, and mountain man. I've been making bows for about 14 years now. Yeah, about 14 years.
Wow, that's dedication to the craft right there.
I started making bows when my family took me to a trading post in Arizona, and I saw a beautiful plain styles bow on the wall, and I wanted it. So I asked my mom, like, if she would buy it for me, and I was always all over the place. So I was like, oh, I want this thing, and then I want that thing. And so she didn't buy it for me, obviously. So when I went home, I made my own. I just got a stick and a string. I started with palm tree branch, actually, and this is how it started.
What exactly was it that led you down the path to become a traditional bowmaker?
Well, I guess you could say what led me down the path. Sorry, let me rub some fire so we can see each other.
No.
I guess what led me down the path to becoming a bowmaker, was my grandfather. He really encouraged me to keep doing it, and he used to make them when he was younger, and when he found out I was making them, man, he showed me the tips and tricks, and it just felt amazing to have this knowledge that he had passed down to me. I started off with, palm tree bows, sticks, random cichlid bends. Like, I didn't know anything really, so I just whatever looked like a bow.
Whenever you make a bow, is there a certain type of energy that you have to have?
You need a clear state of mind. That is key. You can't make a bow when you're angry, you're sad. You need to be clear. Sorry, I'm in the dark.
No, that's fine, that's fine. What tools do you usually use for making a bow?
Let's see, as far as tools, I mostly use my hatchet and my rasp and a kukri knife. I try to keep it simple. That way everybody can do it. You don't need any special tools. None of that. You just need patience and a clear mind and the ambition to want to do it. Pretty much.
What usually keeps you connected to this tradition in today's world?
Yeah, I would say today's world, sticking with just bow making, I can't speak on today's world and how it helps me through that, but bow making, when I start making a bow, I go into my own little world. And that's what I really love about it. It's the one time in my life where everything makes sense and it's calm and non-hectic.
Have you ever had any close calls being out there by yourself?
Close calls. Okay. Yeah, I've had some close calls, and all life is precious. But when you're out in the bush, it's just you and them,
No, yeah, most definitely.
Animals, I don't fear animals because they're either going to do one of two things. They're going to hurt you or they're going to avoid you. People, though, people try to be your friend first. And sometimes I've had to run and hide from random encounters, people who aren't so friendly, and sometimes it is that way. But what helps, though, is having a big knife. If you can see that does help a little bit. Having a big knife does help. And this is my best friend. It's been with me for years. I made it out of leaf spring, and it has gotten me out of many close encounters, be it with a boar, coyote, crazy people.
Because I know you're out there all by yourself sometimes, so have you ever had any wild encounters?
Oh man, wild encounters. Yeah, I have. This is Boris. And so, I tracked him for a while, and I thought I was on his trail, but it turns out before I got to him, I ran into a pack of dogs, and they were not friendly. They chased me. But Boris made me work for it, and which is why I added him to my jacket that I made.
So usually, how long does it take you to make a bow?
To make a bow, it depends, because some bows take me a year, some I can make in a month. It just depends on the type of bow and the material. A sinew-backed bow, takes about a year. I would say about a year. And then you have the standard ones that I can make in a month. This walnut one I made in a week. The longest part is the drying process. You can make a bow out of green wood. That's how we used to do it when we just had stone tools. And we did have metal tools, so we weren't just in the Stone Age. Like a lot of indigenous tribes use metal tools, so we would trade and access to them. If not, you could do stone tools with green wood and then dry it out over a fire. So there was multiple different ways to do it.
This is your craft and you've been at it for a very long time. So to you, what is it that makes a good bow?
I would say trial and error is the best. You're going to make mistakes. It's better to make mistakes and then correct them and learn from them than to never have made them. I've broken so many bows. I've messed up so many. Like this bow right here is crooked, but it's made from walnut. I don't know if you could see that. Oh, here, let me hand it to you. But as you can see, it's crooked. It's not perfect, but it's there. Good bow. Okay. I've used that terminology before, and what I mean by good bow wood, you can make a bow out of any type of wood. Yeah, any type. But will it make a good bow? Depends on the wood. Like I've made some out of mulberry, I made some out of fig, I made some out of walnut. But what I found is hardwoods make a way better bow, and it's easier. And the thing I love about bows is the indigenous people, they just use whatever they had. And there's no right or wrong. There's no, oh, you need this one and you need this one. It's whatever's available to you that will put food on the table. Ultimately, bow making helped me reconnect with my heritage. Even before I even found out I was indigenous, it just helped me connect, and feel. It was passed down to me, so it's something I want to pass down to the next generation as well. If I woke up tomorrow not indigenous, not Dene, not Yoeme, I would still be making these bows. Everybody needs something to make them slow down and appreciate life and all the other beauty among the horrible things going on in the world, But thanks for having me. I look forward to making more content. We gotta go hunting soon, brother. Oh, yate shit ne Leo Simakwe and Taawe Siki.He.